Good afternoon. This is Debbie Brown, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Robert, Missouri. I'm hopping on here this afternoon with my Boardwalk Fun Day 1 card. I hope you can join me every day this week to see some fun cards I've made using this stamp set and dies. Now, I know that they were on the last chance list, but last time I looked, the paper was still available, and I'm pretty sure it was the dies that were still available. But you might want to check on that. Oh, I'm still just a little bit crooked. But you might want to check on that. Oh, I'm still just a little bit. I have to mute my laptop. Sorry about that. So, if you're watching and you would like to comment, hopefully I'm going to see them. Sometimes I see my comments, sometimes I don't see them till after I sign off, so I can't really say. But if you comment and I don't answer, no, it's because I can't see it, and I will answer when the video is over. Excuse me. We are on a level 4 alert out of 5 levels for tornadoes and bad storms starting about 3 o'clock today until maybe 10 o'clock tonight. So I want to hurry and get this video in before I might lose my electricity. It's always that way in Missouri this time of the year. We get a lot of spring storms. We had one last night, and we were supposed to maybe get baseball-size hail, but we didn't. We got just some pea-size hail, but lots of heavy rain. So, thank you for joining me. Like I said, I will watch my comments, but I can't guarantee they're going to show up. I've tried many different things, but I'm just not sure how to get them to show up when they used to. And I also have a favor to ask. If you're watching my video on YouTube, if you could subscribe. I only need 10 more subscribers before I can go live on YouTube. And then that will save me from having to download my video and put it on YouTube, because Facebook has a new rule for like the last year now where they are only keeping your videos for 30 days. So it would just save me time if I could just do them once and then share it to my Facebook page from YouTube. Okay, let's get started. This is called a double Z card. Maybe if I said it this way, you can kind of see here's a Z and here's the second Z. But that's the official name of this card. And I'm going to show you the measurements right off the top. Now, day 1 and day 2 are written on the same page because I keep this little notebook full of different fun folds that I do and everything. So, this card is day number 1. It'll go from here to here, and then you also have tomorrow's as a preview, I guess. So I'll just leave that up there just for a little bit so maybe you can take a screenshot. And I didn't, like cardstock, I didn't say Blackberry Bliss because you can use any color cardstock, any DSP. It's basically just the directions for making a double Z card. Okay. We'll get started. I just love this new set, and it's just so pretty. We're going to lay that up there. So we're going to take our first piece, which is our card base, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So first we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to use our bone folder here. And then we're going to take this side this front flap, and we're going to fold it backwards. Perhaps if I can get it apart there. So we're going to fold this one backwards. So this is our first Z. When I hold it this way, you can kind of see how it makes a Z. And then we're going to take our other piece of cardstock, which is 1 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So this is going to go, this folds in, this folds out. So it's going to kind of fold like that to make our Z. So again, this is the long part, then the medium folds under, and the smallest folds this way. Or these two might be the same length, but that's how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and use our bone folder for this one. Fold this one back. And use our bone folder. I was hoping I wasn't doing that off the screen. So here's our second Z. Okay. So next we're going to take our Designer Series paper. And I really love this side, but we're going to turn it over. It's the perfect paper, so you can just use one sheet of your DSP to make this card. Well, not a whole sheet, but you know, you don't have to look for a different color because it matches so well, the back does. It was kind of an ombre back, so this is more of purple, and this is getting some of the sweet sherbet or sweet sorbet, something. It's a pinkish color. Summer slush. There's sweet sorbet was a different color we had, but it's changing from like a light blackberry bliss down to a summer. I can't remember the name, so I just summer slush. Let me go look. Okay, it's strawberry slush. It was just bothering me that I couldn't remember the name. So it's strawberry slush, which is an in color from 2005 to 2007. So we're going to take this piece, and notice how we stamped the roller coaster up an inch so that we could fit this underneath it. So I'm going to get out my stamping positioner. I could do this without the positioner, but I like this just in case it doesn't get dark enough the first time. I can go right ahead and change it and do it again. So we're going to take this, excuse my grid paper here, and I also got out my magnet. It's broken from my Stamparatus, only because sometimes when your stamp is new, it's extra sticky and it wants to pick up the paper. Now that I've used it a couple of times, I'm pretty sure it's not going to stick, but I'm still going to use that magnet. And I'm going to put it on the 2-inch mark, and I'm going to fit, there's little pegs sticking up right here, and I'm going to put it right up there. Just in case the paper moves, I could pretty much line it up again. And I'm going to put my magnets down. Now remember, we want to be about 1 inch up. So right here is a 1/2 inch, and then up to here is 1 inch. So we'll look at that when we get the stamp out here. Now I've used it in Blackberry Bliss a couple of times, so it is stained because the reddish, if the ink has any kind of red in it, it likes to stain your photopolymers, but it makes it easier to see exactly what it looks like. So I'm going to go up about 1 inch. And again, that's why I like this grid paper back here, because I can kind of judge, and I want to go from end to end. I want to say this paper is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to move this kind of down here so that it's closer to where it might be sticky. Then I'm going to take my plate, put it on here, lift it up. You don't even have to press really hard. And I lift it up slowly. And then I'm going to ink it up. Let me find my ink pad here. So we're going to ink this up really good. Especially right here where the cars are, because that's a solid stamp for the cars. I'm going to close it so I don't actually stick my fingers in it. We're going to put this back on. These little holes here go on these pegs up here. And then you're just going to lightly press. I kind of rub a little bit for this one since it's such a big stamp. And look, we got it perfect the first time. That doesn't always happen for me. Now I'm just going to clean this up so that I don't get blackberry bliss on anything. My chamois been used a lot, so it's not very pretty anymore. But it still works. I'm going to set this aside. Take this out of here. And if I wanted to, as long as I had it in here, never mind. I thought the Enjoy the Ride was on here, but it's not. It's on the other piece of paper. And we'll set this aside. So now we have our our DSP all ready to glue here to the inside of our card. Well, this is a brand new bottle of mono adhesive, so I have to be really careful because it likes to come out very quickly when it's new. And I'm going to place this in here with an even margin all around. I have to kind of hold it up a little bit just so I can be sure that it's straight. Okay, there we go. So we have that. So next we're going to decorate these two panels. Now on this one I cut my DSP a 1/4 of an inch smaller, so I matted it on a fresh freesia. But I went ahead and cut these two correctly, so I shouldn't need the fresh freesia. And this DSP is 2.5 inches wide, and oh, I'm sorry, I can't even read my own writing. 2.5 inches wide by 4 inches tall. Since it has a pattern in it, you want to be sure that you make the 4 inches be up and down on your pattern. Now, if it was a pattern that didn't have direction, it really wouldn't matter how you cut it. So let me put some glue on the back of these. This is such pretty paper. I just love the colors on this paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. This card is not too hard to make once you get it cut out correctly. It's actually one of the easier fun folds to make. And like I said, you can use this same double Z fun fold for a lot of different cards. Add a little bit more glue back here. This one needs to come up just a little bit to be even. I hope I didn't already press it down too hard. I didn't. Glue is kind of forgiving. there we go. Now they're a little bit closer. I need to fill the bottle for my glue press, then I wouldn't get glue on my fingers when I'm trying to do this. Okay, so we have this outside ready. So now we're going to work on the little Z. So we're going to be sure that we hold this the correct way so that we get the paper on here. We're going to put paper on here, and then we're going to put paper down here. So like I said, this is just the back side of the DSP with all the palm trees. Oh, where's my other piece? It was laying here. Oh, here it is. I was going to say, I know I cut it. So on this one, we're going to say, enjoy the ride. On this one, we're going to say happy birthday all the way here to the right so that we have room to put on our Ferris wheel. So let me get my stamps here. Happy birthday and enjoy the ride. Did sometimes your ink pads do this, especially like really dark color ones? It gets kind of like frayed or something on there, but it still stamps great. It just looks ugly. So I'm going to put my happy birthday right here. Make sure enjoy the ride. Oh, I got that one a little crooked, but I can't really change it because I can flip it over, but it's going to be the wrong color. Okay. Now we're going to add some glue to the back of these. This long one is going to go on here. And I'm just always doing this just to be sure I put these in the right spot. And this is enjoy the ride. When I'm finished here, I'm going to get my stamped right marker, my Blackberry Bliss, and fix up this D and this E that look like they got a little lighter. So now I'm going to glue it to the card. Now, the first one I'm going to glue down is this bottom one, because I could put glue on the whole thing. So I'm going to fold it like this, hold it, and line this up with the very bottom and this right edge. Now I know I don't have this side glued yet. Now I can add some glue. You could have added the glue at the same time, but sometimes I get a little messy with my glue. And so I don't want to go too far this way so that I have glue stick. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right there. And then I'm going to add my glue, oh, just for a little bit here. I don't want to go too far, so I glue my card shut. That's happened to me before. Okay, so this is going to go right here. And there's our double Z. Now all we have left is the Ferris wheel. Now I cut out this Ferris wheel in Blackberry Bliss. The little cars are, I'm not sure what you call them. The seats on the Ferris wheel are fresh freesia. And I had some Petunia Pop glimmer paper left, so I cut out the star for the middle. And I'm just going to add this right here. So again, I'm not going to put glue on the whole thing. So I'm basically going to put glue underneath the star and on a couple of these cards over here, and I can put it all the way across the bottom. So remember, when you turn it this way, it's opposite, so I know that the whole circle fit there and that the bottom fits. And I always just like to be checked to be sure, so I'm going to turn this like this, so this is the side I can put some cars or the seats, whatever, the Ferris wheel, where you sit. Okay. And then I want to get this one even. Get it straight, because I didn't get this one very straight after I looked at it, after it was all dry, and I can't move it. So I'm just going to really play with this one a little bit more just to be sure. Does that ever happen to you? It looks like it's straight, then later on when I take a picture of it or I look at it again, it's crooked, and by now it's too late to do anything. So it's just a windy day and the Ferris wheel's kind of tipping. So I have these old sequins here, and I think that this light shade of purple here goes best. This was too much of a difference of color, but these light ones worked fine. So I'm trying to use it. I have so many embellishments, and I want to buy new embellishments, but I have so many, so my goal is to use up some of my old embellishments. That way I can always have new ones. I can get some different ones. Okay, so if we put on 5, that is an odd number, so that makes 4, and now we just have to put on a 5th one. So maybe we'll put it more like down here, where it's going to show when you set it up. Now you might be wondering, how do I ever sign this card? How ever do I write my little note? So that's why we have this for the back. And I just stamped 2 palm trees down there to kind of carry on the theme. That way I didn't have to try to line them up later. Just gonna ink them up here. And stamp them down here. There we go. And if you had some more words you wanted to stamp up there, that'd be fine. Or that gives you plenty of room to write your little note. Add some glue to this. The only thing I didn't fit on this one was some ribbon, because I couldn't decide where to put ribbon. So I'm going to turn this one over, and I'm going to add my card, which usually on the inside part, to the back, so that you have somewhere to write, because definitely the Blackberry Bliss is too dark to write on unless you had a white gel pen, but sometimes I don't always like to write all the time. So there we go. Day number 1, card number 1 of the Boardwalk Fun week. Thank you for joining me. And like I said, if you happen to watch this on YouTube, when I switch it over to YouTube later this afternoon, if you could please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it, because I just need 10 more subscribers and then I can go live on YouTube. Have a great afternoon. Happy stamping. Bye.